This is the local and national news from Fabulous 103 FM, brought to you via YouTube. And it would be fabulous if you subscribed to our YouTube page, with the promise in the future that at different times we'll have subjects that are only available to those who subscribe. So please, subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's easy. Click the subscribe button. And at the same time, click the like button too. Next Sunday is D-Day for changes in numerous regulations for Thailand. Restaurants, even ex-bars but with food licences, will be allowed to remain open until midnight in those areas where they're allowed to open, instead of the current 11 o'clock in the evening. Whilst clubs, bars and go-go style businesses are only allowed to open as eateries too, the good news is that Rayong joins the new group of provinces where alcohol can be served in outlets, along with Songkhla in the south. Home quarantine for COVID cases and those who've been in contact with COVID cases, such as co-tenants and family, is reduced from 7 to 5 days, with a so-called self-health observation for the following 5 days, and changes to the arrival system, which are expected to include a reduction to a nominal amount of travel insurance, together with zero testing for arrivees with current vaccination records, is also expected to be officially announced this week, ahead of the season when the largest number of tourists book for both the summer and the high season here. In other news, Mae Sot shook late Saturday evening as a car bomb exploded on the Burmese side of the Thai-Burma bridge. Left at a checkpoint, it resulted in building damage, power outages and gunshots, but no reported injuries. In sync with the explosion, some 50 Burmese attempted to cross close by into Thailand. They were duly nabbed while waiting for their rides to places to work here and would of course be deported. In Nakhon Ratchasima, 10 people were being held over the weekend following a raid on an illegal gambling website where 6 million bahts worth of goods was seized and accounts frozen for those who had wins on their online banks. 2 more so-called bosses are being sought with names known to the police. When a Trat man took a motorbike to sell to a local bike dealer, he wasn't impressed with the price he was offered, 10,000 baht. But as they haggled, the store owner's family called police. Not because of the price, but because the bike the man was selling already belonged to the shop. It seems he'd stolen it when it was parked outside a mobile phone shop 2 weeks before. Police, who'd already filed a report on the theft, took the errant thief into custody, and the bike was returned to its rightful owners. Meanwhile, at home and in our own region, in a 24-hour period this morning, the province reports 644 new cases, 146 in Chonburi, 113 in Banglamung, 192 in Sriracha and 56 in Satahip. In the same period, 2,738 ATK tests were failed at medical centres. Nationally, the figure this morning released for the same 24-hour period is just 14,994 new cases, with 23,524 people recovered, showing that COVID at least was completely indifferent to Songkran. In Pattaya, vendors of illegal happy water were nabbed over the weekend by police. This is a mixture of ecstasy, meth, diazepam, caffeine and painkillers, used to make a powder which, when mixed with fluid, leaves the user, allegedly, overly happy. It's said to have been on sale in many popular areas for a while now. It must be a big business, as one of the arrestees saw 2 houses, 3 bikes and other goods worth a combined 9 million baht seized. The city reported a busy weekend with domestic tourism combined with expat spending. Despite being the weekend just after Songkran, when most are usually less well-heeled, the region was busy, and even in the heat of the day, beaches, zoos and the like were seeing huge numbers. And with the IQ app reporting air here, very good at 29, and the Met Office promising highs today of 32, dropping down to 27, with a hot and overcast day. Local and national news today from Fabulous 103 FM and Fabulous Pattaya Media Group. And to get a notification every time we release another bulletin or programme,